I was so ready to just cover any and all news regarding the upcoming LBP spinoff, Sackboy: A Big Adventure. I thought there was a strong possibility we'd see the game again during the most recent PS5 showcase, but no. I mean, besides a couple seconds of new footage, which I'll get into later, there was nothing new at the actual event itself. I guess the game just wasn't ready to be shown yet, I don't know, but I was really caught off guard when bits and pieces of new information about Sackboy, the PS5, and other games like Spider-Man and Demon's Souls came out of nowhere. I checked Twitter and just new information after new information by different Twitter accounts, articles, and just between, I don't know, I just wasn't ready for the extra information, especially for Sackboy: A Big Adventure, because who would? There was no new trailer. But the first piece of new information about Sackboy: A Big Adventure is that it's a launch title for the PlayStation 5, and unlike most of the other launch titles, which are actually priced at $70, Sackboy comes out to only $60. Which used to be the standard game price, but it looks like things are changing quite drastically this generation. Looks like games are going to be a lot more expensive. So $60 is strange to see compared to other games like Destruction All-Stars, Spider-Man, Demon's Souls, even some third parties. A few days ago, actually, I made a video listing off my hopes for this new game. One of those hopes was that I didn't want it to be a launch title. I thought since there were so many big games coming out, Sackboy would just be overshadowed, and that worry still holds very true. Especially since Sony is showing really no acknowledgement whatsoever about this Sackboy game. It's like they just don't care, and yeah, that is concerning. It's concerning for a person like me because I want this game to sell well. I want to see more LBP games in the future. I think Sony might just be waiting though. I feel as if over time Sackboy: A Big Adventure will just get a bigger marketing push than it is now leading to its release. The second piece of information that randomly came out of nowhere was that a few PlayStation Studios games previously announced for the PS5 will also be coming out on PS4. Games like Horizon 2, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and yes, Sackboy: A Big Adventure will all release on PS4 as well. Now, this is not something I expected, but I know a lot of people in my comment section were really hoping for something like this. Obviously, not everybody is going to jump into next gen this year, and I'm glad that many people will get to enjoy these games without dropping $400 to $500 on new tech. I'm sure there's going to be some sacrifices with each of these games on PS4, but just the fact that they're available on last gen tells me that they aren't really pushing into next gen territory just yet, and that's okay. Games aren't going to really feel next gen until probably 3 or 4 years in, and who knows, these games may have started as PS4 games in the first place. The only thing I believe isn't confirmed yet is if Sackboy and those other games will come out on PS4 on November 12th, with both the PS5 system and PS5 versions of those games. I would assume the PS4 versions are day and date with the PS5, but I'm just putting it out there since it's not exactly known just yet. Moving on to the last piece of new information, which really isn't info, but a few seconds of new gameplay footage. Yeah, during the last few minutes of the PS5 showcase, there was this huge montage, and Sackboy: A Big Adventure got brand new footage. Albeit very, very, very short, but at the very least it does tell us a few small things. First of which is that Sackboy got an updated model. He looks a lot more cleaner now, and that's probably because this is a newer build of the game that we're seeing. Along with that though, we now know that Sackboy has a voice. I mean, you don't hear much of it, he does laugh a little bit, but man, it's going to be really strange, especially if he has a full voice in during the story and stuff and he talks, but we'll see. We also saw Sackboy emoting, so maybe there's a button to do a laugh emote, or maybe there's different emotes you can unlock through the game. One last small thing to point out in this short clip is that there's a giant creature in the background. I assume this is a story character, we know nothing of this character at all though, so I'm not gonna really get too much into that. To be honest though, there's nothing really significant about this short clip, just a few small things we didn't know before. I'm just genuinely surprised all of the information came out before we saw another full-length trailer. I was hoping we'd see more of the game? I don't know. Again, it just comes back to me worrying about Sony not pushing this game hard enough, and I wonder if it will sell well. At this point, I'm well aware that this is not LittleBigPlanet. I don't think we're getting a create mode. I don't think we're getting any elements, or really any elements, from the previous LBP games. This seems to be something completely different. The only similarities are that Sackboy is involved with the story, and there are some tools and gadgets from the old games, but that's as far as I think it's going to go. It's not LBP4. Well, that's really it. I'm of course excited for the PS5 and Sackboy A Big Adventure. I'm really happy we got the announcement of God of War Ragnarok at the very end of that showcase, and I'm looking forward to playing Miles Morales and Demon's Souls and whatever else comes out. November 12th, once again, is the release date of the PS5 and Sackboy Big Adventure, so I'm going to have a fun time streaming that game, making videos on that game, and just enjoying it. I'm hoping it's good. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more LittleBigPlanet related content, and more coverage of Sackboy Big Adventure, PS5, Nintendo, and other great games. I'm now going to eagerly wait for the PS5 pre-order to come up. Have a nice day. I probably won't, especially if these PS5 pre-orders don't come up soon enough. Goodbye.